In this video, I'm going to review the Bauer Shadow Chest Protector. A big thank you to Goalie Monkey for sending this to me to review. They've been great to work with. The shipping was 2 days from the US to Canada. Great team over there. So I highly recommend checking out their website if you need new goalie equipment. I have a link in the description to this video below, so make sure to check them out. So the first thing I noticed taking it out of the box, of course, was how it looks. This is a very good looking chest protector. I think it looks really good, and it's too bad you have to wear a jersey with this because it's a nice piece of equipment. Obviously it's covered up, but I think it looks really nice. Did a short form video for Instagram that I'll be posting. You might have already seen it by the time I post this video, but I just think it looks really cool, and yeah, really like that. So the first feature I want to call out is the hybrid belly system. And I know Bauer's excited about this because it was the first thing you can read about if you go on their website when they talk about the Shadow Chest Protector. It's really cool. So if you're someone who likes to tuck in your chest protector, you have the option now of one part of the chest protector being tucked into your pants and one staying on top of your pants. I personally have never tucked my chest protector. I always like keeping it on the outside. It just feels more comfortable. But I think that could change. With the Shadow, you now have more options and it's a smaller piece that goes under. So it's also nice if you want to have the hybrid option, the way it's described. So you can keep it on the outside and keep it on the inside for a more secure fit. I will play around with that. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but it is nice to have that option, and that's something that I think is really cool. I haven't seen that on any other chest protectors in the market, and I wonder if, I could be wrong about that, but I do wonder if this will be adopted by other companies going forward now that Bauer has done this. Comment below if you tuck your chest protector or you keep it untucked. I'm curious to see some different opinions on this and see what the benefits are of each option. Then you'll see it say Defense Tech Cloud Sternum. And that is a DCT foam that Bauer uses in this chest protector, and I think probably in their other equipment as well. This is supposed to help absorb impact, and I don't think you'll have any issues with that. This is a solid chest protector. The floaters are about 1 inch thick. There is a lot of protection on this, so I'm interested to see how the rebounds feel, if the puck is going to deaden on impact or if it's going to give out big rebounds. So I'll do another review once I've used it on the ice a few times. The shoulder floaters, like I said, are about 1 inch thick. They look pretty protective, and they are adjustable. So I'm seeing this in other chest protectors on the market, but you can adjust the height of them. There's a strap at the top of the shoulder. I prefer the floaters to be a little bit lower. I don't really care about taking up a lot of space. I just want to be able to turn my head side to side without worrying about my mask getting caught in the floaters. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's nice to have that adjustable option. The rib protection is solid. This is something that I noticed right away when I put it on. It really wraps around your torso nicely, and it feels like it secures a lot of the area. In the past year, I've been getting a lot of shots in the upper rib chest area. It's mostly been my fault. I've kind of been cheating away from the post and turning my upper body a little bit. And it's been a few times now that I've been caught by a shot or by a high pass in that area. So it's nice to have more rib protection. This goes up pretty high and it looks pretty solid. I think the ribs are obviously very important to protect. And on the Bauer Shadow, they're not just protective, but they feel pretty comfortable too. This chest protector clips on easily. It's just one clip, and I always think less is better. The more clips you have, obviously, the longer it takes to get ready, and the more opportunities there are for something to break. The spinal protection is solid. I feel like there is a lot of protection there, but it's still comfortable. Call it the Spinal Airflow 2.0. Sorry, the Airflow Spinal 2.0. I just find it interesting that virtually no chest protectors out there cover more of the back. They all just cover the spine area. And I understand that if your back is facing the puck, you've screwed up somewhere. But I wonder if eventually they will innovate and get to a point where more of the back is covered just for those awkward situations. I think obviously that will interfere with mobility and comfort, but I do wonder just how equipment will innovate over the years to include more protection while still being more comfortable. Now I want to spend some time talking about the arms because this is a standout feature. First of all, there is a Velcro strap to adjust the length of the arms. This is really important. I've noticed, and I'm reading about this as well, that a lot of chest protectors now have arms that are a little bit too long. It's good to be able to adjust them. So I had to play around with this a lot. I found at first that it was way too long. I don't have short arms generally, like I haven't had this issue in the past, but I do notice that the arms are a little bit long on this one. So I've had to adjust it. I had to make the arms much shorter, and there is a strap that you can pull on. It's a Velcro strap that you can adjust, and it makes the arms shorter. I also read that you should tighten the strap around the elbow. That just helps secure it and hold everything in place so it's not falling down. And I find that it makes the arms feel a little bit shorter as well. So that's something that I would pay attention to. That stood out to me, that the arms just felt a little bit long, but it does have that adjustable option, which is nice. So just something to keep in mind and something that you can play around with. I think this will feel a little bit better as I break it in. So the arms will feel a little bit more comfortable as I break it in. But that adjustment feature is nice to have, and I'll keep posting, or I'll keep talking about that as I post more videos and more reviews as I use this on the ice. I should mention I am wearing a large. I am about 5'10", 5'11", 180 pounds. And I'm right, like that's the size that I should be using according to Bauer. So I think the arms are just a little bit longer, and I am seeing this, I'm reading about this with other chest protectors as well. Maybe there's an option to use medium arms and customize, but everyone's going to be a little bit different in that regard. There is an extra flap on the upper inside arm, and that just protects your arm in vulnerable areas, like if you're in the RVH or you're cheating off the post or deflections or something like that. So I think that's nice to have. It doesn't interfere with movement at all, so it's just nice to have more protection as long as it's not sacrificing mobility. Now the arm is called the Hinge Arm 3.0, and the previous models, I've heard that this was an issue, that if you go to flex the arm, so as if you're doing a bicep curl, when you bring your hand up to your shoulder, the protection on the bicep is getting caught in the shoulder protection. So that was in previous models. They have fixed that in this model. That's what the Hinge Arm 3.0 is about. It's about being able to move your arm and not worrying about anything getting caught and anything interfering with your movement. So I think that's pretty cool. I tried that. I tried flexing the arm using the elbow, the hinge joint, and you can see that nothing's getting caught. That's important. You don't want that to happen to you on the ice. And it's something that I know people were complaining about in previous models. I think the Mach or maybe even the Hyperlight had that issue, and they have resolved that with the Bauer Shadow. Overall protection is supposed to have been upgraded. That's what they say, and I assume that whenever you come out with a new model, it should be either more protective or more comfortable to wear, ideally both. So they talk about upgraded protection in this version, and it feels pretty solid. I haven't taken any pucks with it yet, but it does feel like a solid piece of equipment, and I'm not worried about protection once I'm on the ice. But of course, I will do an updated version of this once I actually use it and take shots. That being said, if you find that you buy this off the shelf and it's not protective enough for you, you can always customize and add extra layers of equipment. I know a lot of goalies at the higher levels of hockey are adding on customizing their equipment, adding on more protection, whether it's in the arms or in the chest or the belly area. So you do have that option once you get it. I don't think most people will need it. I'm sure this protection will be absolutely sufficient for most goalies, but it is something to keep in mind and something to not stress about. If you feel like you need more protection, you can always add on protection afterwards. There's a Velcro strap for your suspenders. So if you wear suspenders and if you wear them over your chest protector, the Bauer Shadow has a option to lock them in. So you just put the strap over the suspender. I think that's really cool. I haven't seen that on any other models. You can let me know in the comments if you've seen that or used that before, but I think this is a nice option for goalies that wear suspenders. I personally don't wear suspenders. I haven't done that in many years, but if you do wear them, I think this is a nice feature. You don't have to worry about the suspenders slipping during a game or getting caught or interfering with your play at all. And there's a fight strap at the bottom of the chest protector to tie to your pants. You never know if you're gonna get in a goalie fight, so I guess this is a good option to have. I don't know, maybe this is a standard thing that chest protectors are coming with these days. So comparing this to other units, I've tried a CCM Axis. I found the arms were really short on that one. They were cutting into my shoulder in the bicep area, but once again, sometimes you just need to break things in. So I just find that this, compared to even the Mach, for example, I found the Mach was a very big chest protector. I felt like a tank in it. It takes up a lot of space. It's very protective, but it did feel more rigid than the Shadow. I feel like the Shadow is more mobile. There's more comfort right away just trying it on. I can move my arms easily. There's a lot of mobility in my arms. It really wraps around my torso nicely, so it feels like it's very integrated with my body right away trying it on, just out of the box. And that will only continue to get better, right? As you break something in, as you use it more often, it breaks in, but it forms to your body as well. So I think this is only going to get more comfortable. In terms of coverage, comparing it to other units, I think the Warrior, to me, the Warrior looks like the biggest chest protector on the market. Just looks like a big piece of equipment. This doesn't look that big or as big as the Warrior, but it's not a small chest protector. Like it does take up a lot of space. There's enough coverage I think it's a good size. I personally don't like massive chest protectors. I used to have one, and that's why I was looking for a new one. Actually, I just found that it was a little bit too big. I have more trust in my ability to cut down the angle and make the save. I don't need to have a big chest protector covering all of the net. I just don't feel good moving that way. And this feels like a nice blend of protection and comfort. I like to be able to move, but I also want to be protected from shots, right? I don't want to get bruises every time I'm on the ice. So this feels like it's found a good sweet spot if you want something to take up space, but also to feel good moving around in. So overall, what I'll say about this, without using on the ice yet, because it's hard to say when until you're actually out on the ice and using it, and it will feel more comfortable once I break it in, but I feel good about it overall. Protection-wise, feels very solid, both at the in the arms, right, at the elbow, a lot of protection on the forearm, and there's a lot at the shoulder as well. There are different flaps and pieces hanging out that will protect you. Floaters are about an inch thick. They feel pretty solid. And same thing with the chest and a belly area. It feels pretty good, feels pretty protective. At the same time, there's mobility in the arms, so the arms will move around. Like I said, the arm hinge 3.0, you're able to flex your arm and move your arm without anything getting caught, which is really important. And the protection at the back is good, a lot of spinal protection. The clip-on feature is nice. It's just one clip, so it's pretty easy to get on. The only thing that I would be slightly concerned about is the arms, just the length of them. Now, this could just be me. I need to play around with it a little bit more, and they are very adjustable. They can get a lot shorter. So at first, when I opened it up out of the box and tried it on, I noticed the arms were too long. They were cutting into my wrist, into my hand. But I've been able to now shorten that strap and adjust them. So just a matter of getting it comfortable and playing around with it. It's just the one thing that I have to say that stood out to me that I wasn't immediately comfortable with. That was the arms. So it's something I would pay attention to and think about and try it and adjust it before you use it on the ice. But overall, very good chest protector, feels solid, feels comfortable. It'll feel even better once I break it in and use it on the ice. And definitely worth looking at if you're looking for a chest protector, if you want size and protection, but also that ability to move and that comfort level. So definitely something worth checking out. And yeah, highly recommend looking at Goalie Monkey, so you can buy everything online. They're based in the US. I'm in Canada. They sent me the Shadow chest protector. It got here in 2 days. And they're a great team. They've been a pleasure to work with. So highly recommend using them if you're looking for new equipment. And I have a link in the bottom of this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, like anything that I didn't cover in this video. You can also ask me on Instagram, but it's probably easiest to just put a comment in under this video and I will answer it. And I will follow up this video with other ones once I've actually used it on the ice, and I can give a more thorough review of how it feels after a few sessions. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you can, and I will see you in the next one.